Hey, you guys, what's up? What's up? Welcome to Cecily Daily, your daily dose of news, pop culture, and those trending tops you just can't ignore. My name is Cecily, here to break down what's going on in this world. So today we're gonna do something a little bit different. I need to go live more. I am traditionally an editor. I've edit my own stuff, and so sometimes it's kind of hard to do it all. So we're gonna get at least one live stream a day. And I would encourage you, if you want to be a content creator, anytime you feel very passionate about commenting on something, turn that energy around and create a video. If you find yourself in the comments a lot, writing a lot of stuff, like, and on top of that, if you find yourself in the comments a lot, but you're also like, your comments are always getting crazy views, you're in the wrong spot, sis. Get out of the content section, grab your phone, and film yourself. I feel like that's a telltale sign. If you have a lot to say, you're always writing comments. You're in like you're pasting your stuff into like places so you can get the get your grammar right, your spelling right. Like you're really intentional with your comments, and your comments get lots of views. Get your ass in front of a camera and post that stuff and make some money off of your opinion. It's just that. Make money off your opinion. In 2024, we need all the streams of income, and I would suggest that. And that's when I knew. I was like, wait a minute, I'm suppressing my own voice right now by hiding in the comment section. So anyway, today, following my own advice, pardon me, I'm a little dry around the lip area. Um, I saw this, and this I actually care about this topic. This speaks to me. I am of the generation where I grew up watching Miss Lisa Raye and Vivica Fox. Like these were the girls. And when I moved to LA, seeing these girls, I was like, we're at the same parties. Like I made it. Like I was super pumped. And they were out. Like they were on their way to like dinner parties and just being grown. They were not like running around doing their thing. But um we all have seen how these women have grown and matured throughout the years. And I think it's interesting because while we would never ask our aunties and mamas, like, what happened? Like, no one would ever approach these women in real life and say, so how did you fall off? Like, they're 60 now. They're like in their 50s and 60s. Yes, we pay homage to like the Nia Longs and everyone that looks like time just stood still, but that is not normal. So for people to be coming for Vivica about her looks, it's crazy. But I wanted to play this for you because I'm just so concerned about people's thought process. Like critical thinking is no longer the goal, I think. I think people just kind of say whatever comes to mind and don't think about what they're saying. And it's just dangerous. It's dangerous because you're operating in that headspace all day long. So let's go first to why I even decided to record this video.
You look beautiful than Vivica Fox. Oh, well, that's not nice. Come on. I appreciate your compliment though. Like I hear that inside of what you said, so I received that. Thank you so very much. But I will say this. We go up and down like everybody else, and we go through things as well. And you never know what a person is going through, especially the ones that's in the limelight, because we got to have some type of privacy. I'm learning not to talk so much. I'm learning that TMI is real, to keep some things private, because if not, then everybody would take it and run with it. And it's not really fair to us. So, when we gain a little weight or we get a little older, that's not to be talked about. Actually, you can celebrate that, because that means that you must be eating and you're happy. You know what I mean? Or you're in love and you're happy. Or either you can be going through something in the family and you.
So did you guys hear that? She's in her 60s. I don't think she's actually specified her actual age. I mean, we can look it up, but she's been around for a while. And Vivica and her are in the same age group, and they are real friends in real life, right? So to just put it out there and give you guys context, she is driving, she's on live. And what people don't understand is that there is a cognitive delay when you are doing both things. And I say that because people interpreted her response as being catty, which I think is crazy because the way she reads it, you can tell she did not scan it. You know how you pre-read before you read? Lisa Raye throws shade. Like I read it before I said it out loud. The woman is or the person, I'm gonna assume it's a woman, the person is saying that you are more attractive than Vivica Fox. And I am assuming that the conversation was probably about maybe longevity, like maybe about her age or how she's, maybe she's on the receiving end of a slew of comments like, girl, you still look good, girl, you still got it, or whatever. And then maybe someone threw that in because it seems like the conversation is centered around beauty and longevity. Taking it further, when the person was like, you look more beautiful or more beautiful than Vivica, she started to compare the two. And Vivica has been in the spotlight, for those who don't know, if this conversation is just like completely foreign to you. Let me maximize this. I appreciate you commenting. You're the first person I've ever talked to through this. So here's Vivica now. And yeah, Vivica's changed. And she's now remember these cameras put extra weight on you. There's a possibility that she doesn't look this full in the face in real life. Those cameras put 10 to 15 pounds on you. I kid you not. I did a photo shoot 2 weeks ago. I look like I look like a whole different person. I'm like, that can't be me. But so add that to it. But she is visibly different than what she used to look like. And so it's funny that she tried to do a PR piece saying Vivica Fox reveals how she stays looking fine as hell. Like people have been talking about how Vivica has her looks have changed over the years a lot. It is a conversation all over the place, all over the blogs, all in the comments. And so she was like, I'm going to spin it and tell y'all that I'm looking beautiful. And she celebrated her 60th birthday this past year. So, I mean, to be honest with you, if my auntie that was 60 showed up like this, I would be super pumped. I'd be like, go auntie. I want to be an auntie that looks like this. I want to look like this in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, what have you, right? But we expect for her to freeze in time, but she still has her curves. I mean, she still has her legs, her arms, the use of her eyes. Like, I mean, she has a lot to be grateful for, but she doesn't look like her old self, right? And I think that's what people have a problem with. But going back to the comment section, I wanted to highlight some of these comments. What kind of friend is that? Why would she read that out loud? And my response to that is very simple. She read it out loud. Yep, Vivica has had some work done. She hasn't confirmed about the surgery that she's had, but just assume that anyone that's been in this business for a long time has had something done, whether they've actually gone under the knife, received filler, or Botox. And that's the accusation against Vivica's face changing is one, it does appear that she had augmentation around her nose, right? Who knows where else? But they are alleging that she has had filler done. And what people are finding out recently is that filler doesn't go away. Your esthetician will tell you, it goes away. You got to get it every 2-3 years. I got some filler done, and let me show you this real quick. I got some filler done under my eyes, right, in 2014. And really it was to counter this little line that was right here, just to put it right there. It has just now started to show, just now. And I've had it my whole life. Like I'm always in my pictures, you'll see this area like a little bit of it kind of looks like a bag. I got it done in 2014. When I tell you like it just now started to show, and you can't really see it when we're outside. I could have like harsh lights on me, but it just now it's 2024. It took 10 years for it to show up again. And what we're finding out, doctors are saying when they're doing MRIs, is that filler doesn't go away. It doesn't absorb in your body. It just moves somewhere else. But for some people, it will migrate. And so what they're saying is it's likely that the filler in her face has moved around, and because it doesn't stop absorbing water, it has created a sort of pillow face effect. Now this is not confirmed, right? This is all alleged, and it's extremely, I think, hurtful to hear someone talk about your face. And so I'm smiling because I'm a little nervous about that. Like, I don't want to pick her apart. Like, that's not why I wanted to do this at all. Like, that is not my MO. And I support the girls and the boys when they want to get their surgery. So have at it. So I'm not one of those people. Because listen, if I get a whole new face at 60, I'm gonna be happy to. But I just think that people really got this wrong. Like, saying that she's being catty is crazy. What are you talking about? Like, this person says, don't be this friend. This person says, why couldn't they just say she's pretty? It's so unnecessary to assault another woman. Like, huh? Like, you learn to keep things private, but you're running your mouth about another woman. Vivica's a gorgeous woman. My God. Like, if you've never been in a car and tried to like just see who's texting you, just the struggle of being able to focus on that, it's hard. So I don't understand why people are not like, okay, she's on a live where you've got constant messages going on a screen. They're scrolling on the screen. Then you got to have her up here driving, right? And she got no business being on this live. Like, she is making eye contact with us because she's watching the commentary scroll. But I was like, let's go into this about like, just let's do a deep dive really into like how the brain reacts when you're driving, right? And I looked it up on, Perplexity is a really great tool to look up a topic, and it brings in multiple sources. So if ever you're looking like up something, I would say ditch Google and definitely look into Perplexity, because it will answer your questions, right? I wrote how the brain slows down when you're driving, right? Very simple. And what it does is it brings in different sources. It's a free tool. It provides the answer. And then if you scroll down here, it will give you all the sources so that you can go into these areas, right? So, I mean, off the top, I just know this. I know that driving, that's the whole thing behind drinking and driving, smoking and driving, texting and driving. Your brain is already impacted when you're doing that. And so I wanted to say, like, when you're driving, your brain can experience a slowdown in certain functions, right? And so we have just a breakdown here about the shift in brain activation, on how you have a decreased visual attention and alertness, and you can see that on her face. Like, on her face is like she's having a hard time. She's squinting. I'll turn this off and just kind of run it. But like, yeah, she's got some tension in her face around that area. And she's also trying to make, appear to be honest with you, a lot of actresses do this. They want their faces to appear to be, pleasant and attractive. And so I'm sure she's snapped into her actress personality. You've got her driving, and she's on live, which I wasn't sure I'd be able to find any context on how a social media live feed would affect cognitive function, but it does. It does. It says that here, social media live feeds can contribute to cognitive overload and emotional distress. And that users may experience brain fog due to the relentless stream of information and psychological pressures associated with online engagement. When I tell you, if you've ever been in a feed that was jumping, like people just talking at you, it can be so overwhelming. Think back to the time that you were in class and you had to do like your first presentation, right? Like your or debate or something like that. If you've ever experienced a version of stage fright where the words just leave you, this is what it feels like. and these people are not in the room with you. They can't do nothing to you. It's so crazy how disassociated you could be from the whole process, like when you're in it, because it's like, whatever, these are just people who are somewhere else. Like, I don't care. You would think it would be like that until you're in that room. An empty room can make somebody feel like, whoa, like I'm feel extremely exposed right now, and embarrassed. But even a room full of people, which I'm sure that Lisa Raye can garner at least, I'm gonna say at least 40 people are gonna jump on right away. And depending on how hot she is, because when she was on the show, with Claudia and all of those other girls, like, she was popping. So I'm sure that her feeds at that time was like, what else she gonna say? So maybe 100, 200 people. Then you got people that are talking at you. It's a hi, 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 hello, hello, hello. And then let me bring up the thing I want to hear about. So it's like combining all those things. I'm surprised she was able to get an answer out as all at all. Do I think that she's catty? Heck no. Do I think that she was just explaining that what life is like, just being a woman, aging in the aging process, and how we forgot that we were in our community, we wouldn't ask these kind of questions. What's crazy is that older people in our community, heavy set, gone through everything, can sit here and turn around and tell you gaining weight. And it's like half of you ain't gained, like you ain't gained all the weight. Like you we just didn't really approach our ancestors in that way. And in a roundabout way, it was kind of a way to say, like, listen, check yourself because I see something happening right here. So fix it. I've had both my parents do that. I've had aunties do that to me, that sort of thing. But we never were the types of people that would sit here and drag our elders for how they age. And I just think that it just, I know that we're all becoming more assimilated because we're all consuming the same information. The Black community is not the same as it was in the 80s and 90s. We're not all on the same page. We're not going to the same place to worship. We're not reading the same books. We don't have the same experience. Our children are probably the first generation of children that won't be able to sit here and say, "Oh, this is a Black thing." It's not. It's not. So to see this shift in where we're just like casually talking mess about our elders openly, even though we know there's a problem. We know that there's something going on with her. And even if the problem is just, I'm getting older and I just don't care as much, then that's her rights. I think that's okay. There's so many things we should be talking about. I have so many things I want to talk about with politics, but yet people are more concerned with stuff like this. Then I just spent what? 20 minutes on it my damn self. So at any rate, uh there are emotional and physical and cognitive impacts when you are multitasking, period. So if there was any emotion in her voice, because someone said that she sounded a little sassy, the girl is probably struggling. And on top of all that, those 60-year-old eyes are probably having a hard time deciphering all those little words. Because when I'm around my girlfriends and they're like nearly 50 or in their early 50s, they're like handing me their phones, like, what does this say? She probably couldn't even see it. So that's my take on that. What are your thoughts? Do you think that this is something that should be blown out of proportion? Do you think that Vivica should be upset that Lisa Raye said anything at all? Do you think that it was just innocent? I mean, she was just reading it, like line by line, word by word, deciphering what was being shared in the moment. I would align with the latter, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys haven't paid attention to my, or not paid attention, but caught on to my Sean Combs commentary, I have a lot of stuff already on my channel. We also have an audio reading of the unverified Kim Porter book as well on there for free. So I am a proponent of justice being served, and I don't think that I hide my opinion, though I don't express it a lot. So you can, even if you're on his side or if you don't see things that way, I think you can go through my videos and feel okay. You won't feel attacked. At any rate, appreciate you guys. I'll get back on here if I find something else that's worthy of sharing. Peace out. Bye.